Hey guys, this is Mr. Redaelli, and today we're going to figure out how to make several simple worksheets, okay? So we're going to start with the basics here. We're going to open a new spreadsheet, okay? And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to name it. We're going to name it multiple spreadsheets, okay? And the first one we're going to do is to try to figure out how to change Celsius centigrades to Fahrenheit degrees, okay? So the formula for that is 9/5 times the number of Celsius, or the number of centigrades, and then you add 32 to that, and you will get the number of Fahrenheit. Okay, so we're going to enter a formula for that. It's very simple. Okay, basically we have to enter the number of a cell where you enter the number of Celsius, okay, to be able to figure out what number we're looking for. So we're going to say equals. Remember, every formula starts with equals. 9/5 times B10, which is the cell where we're going to put the number, plus 32, and that will give us the formula to translate to Fahrenheit. Okay, so that's the formula. Right now it says 32, of course, because there's no number in B10, but if we enter 25, you'll see it changes. So 25 degrees Celsius equals 77 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're going to enter here 25 centigrades or Celsius. Okay, centigrade degrees equals 77 Fahrenheit degrees. Okay, so here we're gonna, this is what I want you guys to do is like you say that this is a very simple formula, but what if I ask you to calculate Fahrenheit degrees to centigrades or Celsius? Okay, so look at that formula in the internet, and then I want you to enter the formula that I type, but then I want you to figure out how to do this one, which is how to change Fahrenheit to Celsius or to centigrades. Okay, so you're gonna write this formula over here on the space below, and again, all you have to do is look it up in the internet, and it's not that complicated. Actually, it's kind of similar. You just have to change the math a little bit. Okay, so in the place on the first worksheet, that's where you're gonna have. Okay, so I want you to type it right here, the space over here, and also we're going to change the name of this page or this worksheet, and we're going to name it degrees calculator. Now we're going to add one more worksheet. You just click on the plus sign. Okay, this time we're going to do a countdown. Let's say you want to figure out how many days to somebody's birthday or something similar. So we're going to say pick a date. Okay, we're going to move right here, right below it, and we're going to use this formula. It's called, well, first equals. Remember that because it's a formula. We're going to type today and then open and close parentheses. That will give us today's date automatically. Okay, today, open and close parentheses with the equal sign before that, remember. Okay, so that will give us today's date, okay, which is 2/19/2012. That's the day I'm making this recording. Okay, and let's say what we want to do is, let's say we're going to enter today's or date that we want to use. We're going to enter it right here, which is cell C5, and we're going to subtract today's date, and that will give us how many days. Of course, our date says 40,000 something because there is no date, but let's type a date here. Say April 5th, 2014, or saying something. That tells us there are 778 days until that date. Okay, so we're going to type 776 days. Okay, and let's say it's my uncle Bob's birthday, and I'm typing this in the wrong cell. That should be above, So I'm just gonna make a mark of that. Okay, now let's say that I ask you to figure out how many days until you turn 18. So I want you to make several of these formulas. Okay, like do the same formula like 3 or 4 different times. One of them going to figure out how many days till you turn 18. On the next one, how many days until the last day of school. And on the next one, how many days until your next birthday. Okay, and also make one more, how many days until my mom's or dad's birthday. Okay, or a sibling if you want to. Okay, so you're gonna make those 4 plus the original, so you're gonna have a total of 5. Okay, and I hope that's pretty clear. So you make the original one and then recreate it or copy it 4 or 5 different times. Okay, and label them correctly until I turn 18, until my mom's birthday or whatever you choose to do there. Okay, so that looks pretty simple. Okay, also what you have to do is we're gonna have to label this worksheet. See, now rename it. We're gonna call it. Let's see. Let's see. Hold on, I was having a problem here. Okay, we're gonna name it. Okay, gotta rename it. Type the wrong name here. We're gonna name it Countdown. Okay, so now we're gonna add one more. So we already have 2. This is gonna be the 3rd one, and on this one over here, we're gonna call it What If. Okay, so let's say you want to buy something that is maybe $200 or $300, and you want to figure out how long it takes you to collect that money. So we're gonna write item cost and earnings per week, portion saved. Let's say you want to save 20% or 30% of your paycheck, or whatever your parents' allowance maybe or something. Then it says dollars saved per week. So if you want to save 20% and you're earning $100, that's $20, and the amount you have saved so far. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do that here. And we're gonna enter a formula. It's gonna say equals. That's for the dollar saved per week. So that's earnings per week times the portion. Let's say you save 20%, 10%, whatever. So times D6. Okay, and that's gonna give us the dollar saved per week. And to figure out the amount saved, okay, so we're going to start at the very top with 0, because the very first time you have $0, correct? That makes sense. So what we're going to have to say is equals the amount you saved this week plus 0. Okay, of course, that formula, when you copy it, is going to change what you saved the second week plus what you had the first week, then what you saved the third week plus what you had the second week. I hope that makes sense to you guys. Okay, so right there it says 0 because you haven't typed anything. But let's say you want to buy something worth $322, and you earn every week $100, and you want to save 0.05, that's 5%, okay, of 0.08, that's 8%, so that's $8, so 0 plus 8 is 8, but what happens here, you see that it's $8, which is what you earned last week. We're going to copy that formula. Okay, we're going to copy it 322 because that doesn't change. That will always be $322. Let's say the second week you earn $125, And of course we copy the formula for that too, and for the portion saved. So we copy all the formulas, and you say 1%, that's 12, or 10%, that's $12.50. You see that? It adds all the numbers. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is, what I want you to figure out there is that basically by week number 3, 4, 5, 7, you have saved $334.95, which is more than what you need. So you stop right there. Okay, as you can see, in week 1 you earn $100, week 2 $125, week 3 $231, the next one $255. But then on the first week you save 8%, the second week you save 1% or 10%. Remember, 0.1 is 10%, 0.2 is 20%. On week 4 you save 35%. Okay, so that tells you on the next column, on the first week you save $5 or $8, on the second week $12.50, then you save $46.20, and then on the last column is adding all those amounts that you save per week. So it goes from 0 to 8 to 20.6 to 68 to 66, 68.7, then to $166, and so on. Okay, see that? Very simple. Those are dollars. These are dollars too. The next one you can see I already did that. That's percent. The next one is dollars, and the first one, of course, the item cost, that is dollars. Now we're going to type at the bottom number of weeks to reach total for item. Number of weeks to reach total. To reach total. That's all I'm going to say. And we're going to use a new formula here. Okay. And we go up here and we're going to go where it says count. You see that? Count. That's going to count the number of things that something happens. We're not going to start with the 0, because the 0 is really not the first week. The 0 is the number we start with. So we're gonna go to count. Then we're gonna start with the first week, and we're gonna highlight all the way to the bottom, press enter, and you see it says 7. That's the number of weeks that took. Okay. So again, very simple. And that's about it. We're gonna add one more worksheet, and we named that last one what if. Okay, and this next one, or the last one, is the Mastermind Game. I don't know if you ever played that. Basically, they give you a sequence of 4 numbers or 6 numbers, and you have to figure out how long, like how many you get right the first time, how many you get right the second time, until you figure out all 4 or 6 numbers, whatever they give you. So it says try number, which is basically try number 1, try number 2, how many chances you're going to give the person, and then there's number 1, number 2, number 3, and so on. And then first, second, third, and fourth, that's where the 4 numbers, we're going to do it with 4 numbers here. And you'll see what it means as I move on. So we're going to say try number 1. We're going to copy that all the way down. Now we need 10 tries. We're going to give them 10 tries to figure out. So we're just going to change that to try number 2. See what I did? I just copied it, and then I'm just changing the number at the end. And we're going to move forward on this, and you see how it's number 1 through 10. And we're going to copy this. Okay, we're going to highlight. That way we'll make it easier, and I won't go over when I copy the formulas. Okay. So the first number, we're going to use a new command here that I want you to learn, a new formula. Is the if. And you've seen this before. If, if this equals this, then do this. And if it doesn't, then do this sort of thing. you've done this in math. So basically, if C8, which is where the first number goes, equals 7, then put an X. If not, just leave it alone. Okay, those two quotes means leave it alone. Plus the X has to be in quotes because that's what you're telling it to type if they get the number right. So the first number is going to be 7. Okay. Now we're going to copy the same formula towards the first, second, third, and fourth. What we're going to do is we're going to change. Let's see. Okay. We're going to change the numbers. Okay. So the second number. Okay. See that? I changed the number. Then we go to the third one. We're going to take the 7. We're going to put a 2 in. Then we go to the last one. We're going to change the 7. We're going to put a 1. Okay. Right. You see that? The formula changes to 5, 7, 1. Okay. See that? Okay. We're going to type those numbers here. Again, you don't need those. I'm just putting them there. 7, 9, 2, 1. I'm just putting them there so you'll remember right now. Okay. So we're going to copy the formula. And we're going to do the same thing here on the other 4 columns. Okay, we're going to copy the formula. See, making sure that it's there. Then we do the same here and here and on the 4th number. Okay, you see that all the formulas are there. So let's say somebody goes and tries to play the game. Now remember again, the 7, the 9, the 2, and the 1 do not need to be there. Okay, we enter one number between 0 and 10 or whatever, and the numbers are wrong, but that one is right. See that? Okay, because it's 9. Okay. So this one we try this, it's wrong. This one we definitely our number is wrong. So we go back over here and try number 3. Okay. Of course the second number is right. Okay, so now we have the second number. And type 1. See that? 7, 9, 2, 1. So the 1 is right. So now we get an X to the first column. And let's say we go on and we figure out after 4 or 5 tries. So we're going to color this. And this is something you can play with somebody, anybody in the class. Remember, just take out the numbers. Okay, we're going to color all 4 of them. By the way, that last one, don't forget to label also the very last game that we did. So you see the third one, you see all 4 of them, the Mastermind, you need to label that at the bottom. Okay. Very good, and that's it. So I hope these worksheets work for you guys. Let me know if you need any help. Thank you.